The hills of Northwest Arkansas are alive with anticipation as another season of Razorback football begins. Partly cloudy skies and a comfortable 76-degree noon kickoff provide the backdrop as fans make their way to Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium, calling the Hogs with the familiar Woo Pig Suey before Arkansas opens up against FCS Southeast, aka North Alabama. Last season's 2-10 finish fell well short of the expectations in Fayetteville, where football Saturdays are woven into the fabric of the community, and the Razorbacks know a fast start is essential. Arkansas will look to experienced leaders on both sides of the ball, including senior defensive end Quincy Rhodes Jr., who anchors the defensive front, and junior left guard Malachi Breland, a key piece of an offensive line determined to establish the running game. North Alabama/FCS Southeast arrives with nothing to lose and everything to gain, hoping to make life uncomfortable for an SEC opponent. But for the Razorbacks, today is about restoring confidence, rewarding one of the college football's most passionate fan bases, and beginning to climb back toward relevance in the SEC. The crowd is on its feet, the hog call echoes across Fayetteville, and kickoff is just moments away. It's FCS Southeast/North Alabama taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks coming up next.
A live look at D.W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Condors and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And it'll be the Condors kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Razorbacks offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. As we see the dangerous Braylon Russell, he has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Jackson gonna throw it. Using his feet to buy time. Oh, what a move. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And now after losing the fumble, there is an injured man on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. On the option. Keeps it on 1st down. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. They'll go to the counter. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Now on the option. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out.
There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Smashes through the tackle. He's into the open down the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll run the option. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tripped up for the tackle. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's right. Got it set up on the outside. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down. The Condors will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The run inside. It's Smith. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The keeper on the option. Ran through the contact. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Pulls it and runs it again. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
They'll try to run for it. Could be an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quick completion to the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. The option look. Hard running there. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Condors will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The Razorbacks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. On the run, it's Russell. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Under fire, and they got him. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll move the wide receiver. The give on the counter. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Keeps it himself. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Arkansas! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And this offense runs the option. They didn't need the option. The quarterback does a great job understanding that what the defense is trying to do. He's got space. He takes it. Why pitch it when I don't have to? Makes the big, long, explosive touchdown play for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Bringing the heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And it'll be the Condors decide to punt it away. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly.
Well, it's a whole new era for Arkansas now. Ryan Silverfield comes in as the head coach. Talon Green, who had been a big playmaker at quarterback for the last couple of years, he's now gone as well. So I think this is an offense, David, that's going to be trying to find its identity early, and obviously the quarterback spot's going to be critical.
It's going to be critical, and here's the thing that you know about Silverfield. When he was at Memphis, like, they played fast. They had great offenses. How can they bring that now to Arkansas? In the SEC, against great defenses, he brings his OC with him over from Memphis. The offense is going to be a fun watch, and that's why Silverfield was brought here, because of his great background.
Makes a catch at the 20. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Smith. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They feed him again. Powers through the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Powers through, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This option rushing attack stresses a defense in so many different ways. That's already their 2nd rushing touchdown using the option.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Makes a grab deep. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. The Razorbacks take their 1st timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Quick spin on the ride.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Maybe a crease. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Wright. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Condors.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on 2nd down. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. On first down, here comes this offense. The give is to Smith. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. And the Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lockwood. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Jackson gonna throw it. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Keeps it on the draw. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Rush is on him. Connection to the right. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they use the timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's right. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They boot it away on 4th down. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. The give to the back. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down, and the clock continues to run. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's Missouri State looking for a second win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. And now over to your game in Fayetteville. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to throw, it's right. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Condors will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Quarterback may change this route. Smith takes the handoff. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't get him to the ground. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The option, he'll keep it. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now on the counter. Finding some room. Oh, what a cut! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. The Razorbacks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and throws off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Jackson will throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's King. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure. Punt, and he's got room. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And it'll be the Condors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and 6 yards to go. The snap sets up to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Condors will call on their punt team. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Running inside, it's Smith. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Right back to the well. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Oh, better look out! Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keep. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field position than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. From the red zone, it's Smith. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Offense gets set for 2nd down. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The run inside. It's Russell. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Goes to the option. Shakes off the defender. Now the toss. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. Got enough for the 1st. At the 45, on his way. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And it'll be the Condors have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Finds it. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Condors! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. He's got 93 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The give is to Smith. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll toss it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Running inside, it's Smith. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Razorbacks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Russell. Might have a chance. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Power ahead. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And man, that is exactly what you want your offense to do in the 4th quarter. Like, protect your lead, being able to put drives together, eat up clock, and score. Now, ball goes to the other side. Palmer, you better put this offense in fast forward. Down by a couple of possessions, you need some big plays.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time. You've got to score quickly, and then your defense has to be able to get the ball back for you, too. So you just put tons of pressure on the opponent with that long scoring drive to take a 2-possession lead. That could not have been executed any better.
And they did tack on the extra point.
I'm trying to put in the backups, and of course we get an injury, and I can't do anything here, so I got to sit here and wait for 20 seconds. But we're going to put the backups in. Arkansas up 45-17 with only 2:21 to go. I think it's time to get the backups a few reps here.
Number 30, set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. He'll do it himself. Slithers into space. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the 1st down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. He'll do it himself. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll test the right side. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to impose their will with the run. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze. Where do I need to get a little bit better? But plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So Arkansas cruises to the fairly easy 45-17 victory over FCS Southeast. a.k.a. North Alabama. Taking a quick look at the team stats, Arkansas had the edge in first downs 26-11, total offense 506-288, rushing yards 350-150, passing yards 156-138. That was pretty close. Third down conversion percentage 60% to 27%. Turnovers, each team had a turnover. Arkansas lost a fumble. FCS Southeast had a pick. And time of possession was won by Arkansas by about 5 minutes. Taking a look at the player stats, KJ Jackson, great debut for him. He finishes 11 of 16 for 156 yards, 1 passing touchdown, but he also had 2 rushing touchdowns. FCS Southeast, Earl Wright finishes 10 of 14 for 138 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leading rusher for FCS Southeast was Rock Johnstone, 13 carries, 57 yards for him. For Arkansas, they were led by Braylon Russell, only 12 carries for some reason. 152 yards, so that's 12.6 per carry. Scored 2 touchdowns. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming he got hurt, but he played on and off throughout the game. Sutton Smith also had 20 carries for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. And then, of course, the quarterback, KJ Jackson, had 9 carries for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's a great day on the ground for Arkansas. Leading receiver for Arkansas, Donovan Faupel, something like that. 5 catches for 76 yards, 1 touchdown. For FCS Southeast, they were led by Jaden Kendall, 3 catches for 68 yards and 1 touchdown. Leading blocker for FCS Southeast was Zion Timmons with 8 pancakes. For Arkansas, it was Brooks Edmondson with 14 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Razorbacks, they were led in total tackles by Braden Lee with 9. Tackles for loss, they were led by Lee and Jaquavion Smith. Each had 2. Sacks, they were led by Charlie Collins and Braden Lee. Braden Lee all over the place here in this game. And then interceptions, it was Jaheim Johnson that had the interception for Arkansas. For FCS Southeast, no interceptions. Tyheim Donald had the only sack. Audric Bush led the team in tackles for loss with 4. He also tied for the team lead in total tackles with Darius Melton with 12 each. Kicking stats for FCS Southeast, Turner Mills made his only field goal attempt from 52 yards out. He was also 2 of 2 on extra point attempts. And for Arkansas, Max Gilbert made his only field goal attempt from 26 yards out. He was 6 of 6 on extra point attempts. Punting for Arkansas, Gavin Rush had 2 punts for an average of 58.5 yards per punt. And FCS Southeast Ty Minchie had 6 punts for an average of 53.8 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS Southeast, Kevin King had 5 returns for an average of 15.2 yards per return, and Tyrone Hickson had 2 returns for an average of 13.5 yards per return. For Arkansas, CJ Brown had 1 return for 21 yards, and Courtney Crutchfield had 1 return for 19 yards. Punt returns for Arkansas, Jamari Hawkins had 3 returns for an average of 15 yards per return, and FCS Southeast had 0 punt returns whatsoever. Scoring summary, in the first quarter, FCS Southeast actually got on the board first with a 51-yard field goal from Turner Mills. Then Arkansas got a 57-yard touchdown run from Braylon Russell. It was 7-3 Arkansas at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, KJ Jackson gets a 37-yard touchdown run, and then he follows that up with an 11-yard touchdown run. After that, FCS Southeast gets a 38-yard touchdown pass from Earl Wright to Jaden Kendall. And then Arkansas gets a 31-yard touchdown pass from KJ Jackson to Donovan Faupel, however you say his name. It was Arkansas 28-10 at halftime. In the third quarter, Arkansas adds a 25-yard field goal from Max Gilbert to make it 31-10 going into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Braylon Russell strikes again with an 8-yard touchdown run. Zay Diego from FCS Southeast gets a 35-yard touchdown run. And then to close out the scoring, Sutton Smith from Arkansas gets a 3-yard touchdown run. That gives you your final score of Arkansas 45, FCS Southeast / North Alabama 17. So fairly dominant win for the Razorbacks in week 1 here in 2026 to start out 1-0. They just need 1 more win to equal last year's win total. Let's take a look at the headline from the game. Home field advantage. The Arkansas Razorbacks are now 1-0 after defeating FCS Southeast at D.W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. The highlighted players, Braylon Russell, of course, and Rock Johnstone. Arkansas, much higher rated team than FCS Southeast. And there is Arkansas' schedule. They've got a challenging game next week at number 19, Utah. And then in week 3, home against number 4, Georgia. before they get a break against Tulsa, but then 2 more ranked teams. We'll see if Texas A&M is ranked by that point, as they got upset by Missouri State this week. But a challenging schedule for Arkansas, but they start out in week 1 with a great win. Coming your way next should be FCS East at Army, another noon kickoff. See if the Black Knights can get a win. Navy barely got a win in week 1. We'll see if Army does any better. But from Fayetteville, Arkansas, the Arkansas Razorbacks roll to a 45-17 win over FCS Southeast / North Alabama. And we will see you next time.